The first thing that struck me about today's budget was what little reference there was to the whole Brexit debate. This was the elephant in the room, and whilst there was one or two references by the Chancellor, what he didn't say was the whole numbers that we heard was based on implementation of the Chequers plan. Now there's a huge amount of uncertainty over that, as we all know, and therefore I can't help but think that we're going to be back in the new year with a budget part 2. There wasn't a huge amount in the budget in relation to businesses, but particularly for those middle market businesses, I've picked out 3 areas I think of relevance. The first is the fact that the corporation tax rate reduction to 17% has been confirmed, so that's good news. Secondly, the increase in the annual investment allowance from £200,000 to £1 million for the next 2 years should allow middle market businesses to incur capital expenditure and get full tax relief. And the final point is the digital services tax, which the Chancellor mentioned is likely to come in 2020, is only meant to apply to the tech giants. So therefore the startup and middle market technology businesses really have nothing to fear from the DST. On the personal side, the fact that the thresholds for the personal allowance and the higher rate band have come in a year early is really good news. The point I would just mention for those in the 100 to 125,000 income bracket where there is a 6% tax charge, the fact that the pension rules were not changed in this budget still means that you can still use your pension allowances to shelter your income at those higher rates. On the capital gains tax side, there was a lot of discussion pre-budget about the changes or potential changes to entrepreneurs relief. That didn't really materialise. The lifetime allowance of 10 million and the rate of 10% still applies. What has changed, however, is that the ownership period has been extended from 1 to 2 years. I don't see this as a major point because it is there to still apply to genuine entrepreneurs, and I suppose in the scheme of things a 1-year extension to the conditions test is a small price to pay to maintain the full benefits of entrepreneurs relief. So that's good news. So in summary, I would say it's been a fairly steady as you weigh budget with some nice changes for businesses and individuals. However, the big issue of Brexit is still there, it's unresolved, and as I said right at the start, I can't help but think we're going to be back in a few months' time with a complete rerun of the budget.